Hey, Professor Liu, this is Lima from your Entrepreneur Finance class, Friday morning session, and here is an assignment video. Now let's take a look on question 2.1. To calculate lifetime fee, I just sum up the management fee percentage and times the committed capital of 200, and then using the committed capital minus lifetime fee to get 158 of the investment capital. To calculate the lifetime return for break-even, I use lifetime fee divided by the investment capital to get 27%. For question 2.2, it's a little bit different because the management fee are based on different terms. For the first 5 years, it's based on committed capital, and next 5 years is based on the net invested capital. And then we use exactly same way as 2.1 to calculate lifetime fee and investment capital. Next, I will move on to 2.3. There are two structures. The first structure is based on the committed capital, so I use the exit process of Z minus 250 and then times X% to get carry interest. For structure 2, it's based on the investment capital of 200. So we use Z minus 200 and times Y%. Then I can get the carry interest. Next, I will talk about clawback. So clawback indicates the money that are distributed to general partners and then taken back. So why and when it happened? According to the rules of the carried interest basis, the limited partner are entitled to all the exit process up to the committed capital. If the limited partner did not get enough returns, the investors need some way to get the carried interest back from the general partner. This refund of carried interest is called clawback. Now I will move on to chapter 3. Chapter 3 is calculating several returns. So the first one is net return. Here is the formula, and I just plug in the number from the table to calculate each year's net return. And for the gross return, same thing, I plug in the numbers from the data from the table and put in this formula to calculate each year's gross return. Next is the net compound return. I use the net return I just calculated and plug in this formula to get 32.84%. For the net annualized return, I use this formula to convert from the compound return to get annualized return of 5.84%. Same thing as the gross compound return and the gross annualized return. And here is the formula. So now I will move on to question 3.4. This table is from the book. And first I will calculate the cash flow of limited partner using this formula to get each year's cash flow. And for the value multiple, here is formula and just plug in the numbers from the table to calculate each year's value multiple. Same thing for realized value multiple and also the unrealized value multiple. Here are the formula. Then we can calculate, I can calculate the cash flow of limited partners plus portfolio value. And this cash flows is used to calculate internal rate of return. For the IRR, I use the Excel formula, which is here, and just plug in the cash flows. Then I can draw a graph here for IRR. And I believe it is a J-curve because it is negative in the first few years and then increase rapidly in the later years. Okay, so that's all for homework 1, and thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye.